Return of the Max, chat. We're back. We're finally back to more Dynamax adventures. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I don't remember if the last Max stream went well or not. I want to say that it did, but no, again, no new shinies have been had by Dynamax Adventures in quite a while. I picked up a Dedenne a little bit before the break, but Dedenne is not new, so I don't count the dupes. We need the news, not the dupes. Let's manifest some Stacka, Kyurem, Xurkitree energy today. All right, you guys know the drill. Let's just go. First run is a solo warm-up, and then I'll open the lobby, and anybody who wants to join can join. Let's see who we open up with. I feel like that will set the tone. Let's see. We got Dean, Ivy, and Sophie. Do we trust them? Well, we have Bolton and Lantern on the same team, so no. Okay, well. Oh boy, we're opening up with Kyogre or Palkia. We're officially back to Dynamax Adventures, that's for sure. The game is like, oh, you're finally back. Guess what? Kyogre be upon thee. I did see that Legend ZA. I think it came from the website. We're definitely going to talk about that tonight. I still... Oh, it's Lazaga. I don't know what's going on with the marketing team for Pokemon lately, but I don't think they're doing a great job. Where was showing the seamless battles off? Oh, look at that. No attack, no attack, no attack. Yep, we're definitely back. Why are they not showing this off in the trailers? Why do we have to go to the a Japanese website to find this footage? I think it might have come from the Japanese and the English one. I saw the clip in Japanese first. Bolton used Helping Hand on Rabombi. Yep. We're so back. All my moves are physical, so I can't take advantage of fake tears. Hey, can you yeah, thank you. Oh, Rabombi with the assist. You're nervous about the stupid rumor of them removing IVs? I thought that was for champions. Are people saying that's for ZA too? Are they not gonna bring like Grit back for ZA? God damn. That was a lot of damage. I mean, with how little battling kind of mattered in PLA, the grit system was like whatever. I hope they have a better system in ZA. I mean, that's the thing, right? You see why that could happen, or you could see a reality in which that could happen. I think that's been a lot of people's fear with champions, is that they might dumb the franchise down too much. I think there's ways they could simplify IVs without getting rid of them. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Also, ad warning, but We're not near Palkia / Kyogre yet, so you're not missing anything. We're just... I don't want Ivy or Sophie to switch, but I don't really want to take Persian, so... Okay, nobody took it. Alright. Alright, nobody took it, chat. Do we believe in Kyogre miracles? I'm calling Kyogre, by the way. Throwing it all down. Alright, let's just dig. The thought of Kangaskhan digging under the ground is kind of terrifying. I hope... I can't imagine ZA is gonna have the same sort of catch hundreds and hundreds of Pokemon kind of vibe. Okay, Rabombi's dead. Not great. Wow, this Bolton. You know what? That was kind of clutch, actually. You know what? You know what, Bolton? That was actually really clutch of you. I was gonna say something derogatory against the Bolton, but it actually did a good job. All right, chat. If you feel like throwing down some Bidoof bucks. At least on the Twitch side. The Kyogre? Or is it Zepalpal? Alright, get out of here, Magneton. Magneton line has an underrated shiny, though. I will say that. Honestly, the whole line. Magnemite, Magneton, and Zone. Do I need to charge my phone? Yeah, it's at 46%. Kangaskhan is honestly really not terrible. It's one of the better Dynamax Pokemon, so I hate to get rid of it, but... I want my teammates to keep these electric Pokemon. Who is this grass? I can't see. Gotta be a little fella. Oh, it's Roselia, I guess. My favorite shiny is... I guess Reshiram at the moment. I don't know why, but I associate Roselia a lot with Pokemon Coliseum. Because she has that really funny animation where she gets knocked down and sassily walks back into place. So every time I see Roselia, I think about Pokemon Coliseum, so... Okay, the Bolton went for Charm. I don't know about that. What's the best way to experience Gen 1? Oof, that's a tough question. I mean, yeah, I probably would agree, Fire Red and Leaf Green. But I also think there's a lot of fun and value to be had going back and playing Yellow, Blue, or Red, too. Especially if you've never played them before. Unfortunately, we don't have a Gen 1 game with modern mechanics that isn't Let's Go Pikachu Eevee that's full of shoddy motion controls, so there's no modern Gen 1 game I can recommend, really. So that would just kind of leave Fire Red, Leaf Green, right? As kind of sad as that is. That's what I'm saying, chat. I would not be surprised if a Gen 1 game reared its Charizard-shaped head around one of these days. You know? Oh, I wish you didn't do that. Yeah, you definitely don't get the nostalgia from Let's Go. Especially with how different... I mean, if you're gonna play it... Oh, I called it wrong. Called it wrong. It was, in fact, the Palkia. And nobody's attacking. Alright. Well... let's go. See what I did there? I guess choosing Roselia made us get in the quickest. That was definitely like a 5-second battle. They have weighted plushies. I've definitely noticed a surplus of like big old, like the giant Squishmallows and other such plush. I will say again about Let's Go is that it looks very nice. One of the best looking Pokemon games on the Switch, which isn't, you know, a high bar, but it is a nice looking game. What's up, Gerald? Yeah, I mostly see Teddy Ursa and Clefairy in stores. I've seen Fue Coco and I've seen Belly Bolt too. Oh, I've also seen Meryl. Would be perfect if it had normal controls and catching and like maybe some actual post-game. I do think one of Let's Go's biggest crimes, which never gets brought up, is the fact that the post-game is lame as hell. I do like the stuff with Leaf, but all the Master Trainer stuff, no thank you. Oh, why is my Stream Deck lagging lately? I hit the bat, I hit Ness, and it ain't Nessin'. Oh, did I run out of all my love balls? I must have. Fuck is this thing lagging lately? Well, we might have a large amount of bat noises about to be played. Huh. I did update it. Maybe the update is bad. There it is. A little delayed, but it got the spirit. Yeah, the running mechanic in Let's Go is very frustrating. It is very frustrating. They definitely copied some of the worst, most annoying aspects from Pogo when they developed Let's Go. For Gen 3, I'm always gonna say Emerald. Alright, we're online. If anybody wants to join, feel free. I could see them tackling a Gen 7 game in the future, sooner rather than later, honestly. Which I think has a lot of potential. Gen 7 without that slow start, better pacing, and more of an open world has potential. What's up, Purple Pikmin? Instagram consistently makes some of the worst decisions of all time, so that doesn't surprise me. As soon as they were bought by Facebook Meta, it was over. This is a Switch 1. Exactly. Let's Go is definitely made to bring back all the casuals who got into Pokemon again from Pokemon Go. And I feel like by and large it succeeded. I feel like it mostly succeeded. Which is why I like, Pogo's time in the spotlight is over. So that's why I feel like we only ever got one generation of Let's Go. It came out to attract Pogo casuals, and it succeeded. Job done. Job done. Man, can summer be over already, chat? It is hot. Hot as the blazes up here. Lows of 70s is such a bummer. I'm ready for fall now. I mean, August is this week, so... Whoops. I did not mean to hit that. Oh, well, it didn't look like anyone was going to join anyway, so... You know what that means. Time for another solo run. What do we want to take here? We'll take Doughblade. Always ready for fall. Same. Crush the popularity before they sold. I know. Oh, come on. Palkia into Zygarde? Oh, we're definitely back in Dynamax land. And I don't see a single ice type or wide guarder in sight. Splendid. Who is that fighting type? That's Machoke. Oh, this is just an automatic L. Ugh, this Pokemon is not helping us beat Zygarde. This is... oh boy. We don't even have a chance in hell right now. I really wish the game didn't punish you for turning it off, because I would do that right now. But it will just put me back in a Zygarde match. This team is absolutely god-awful. Ugh. I feel like I'm being held prisoner. Also, why are they putting back to school stuff out so early? I'm not in school. I haven't been in school in quite a while, but I still find it like bad vibes. Back to school stuff. It's July. It's July. Evil. Man, I'm so glad I didn't go to school that early. We went to school at like the very end of August, if not early September. Never have I ever lived in a state or been in an area that started school in like the very beginning of August. That sounds evil. I'm sorry, Chad. Jeez. I guess because summer doesn't really have, I don't know, you have like 4th of July stuff in the US and then it's just like patio furniture. So they immediately want to go, oh, let's put the back to school stuff out and then the Halloween stuff. Maximize those profits. I am excited for Halloween candy. I will say. I'm already ready. You love cold weather? I love no humidity. That's the worst part. That and allergies. Although fall is when what, ragweed? Is that when ragweed comes out? Evil.
Welcome back.
Lost Chef with the 70 months. Have I been streaming for that long? My goodness. I'm old as dirt. I'm just Control-V-ing up a booper storm right now. There we go. Reached character limit. Thank you for the 70 months. Wow, that sounds even, because the start of August is still brutally hot. At least when it's like the start of September, it's not as warm. Damn, that really sucks. That is always awkward, the in-between seasons. When the morning it's quite chilly, and then by the time it's the afternoon, late or early evening, it's way too warm. Yeah, same, Hatman. I never started in early August. I never knew anyone who started in early August either. Wow, Vespiquen, absolutely terrible here, and there's a Dedenne. I think Dedenne is a fairy move. This is so bleak. Zygarde is like licking its lips right now. This is a smorgasbord for Zygarde. This is a tasty treat. Oh boy, what are we even doing here? I guess we're... No, don't... Well, you know what? Go for Swords Dance, Doughblade. Go crazy. Go stupid. They ended in May. Yeah, we always ended in June. Early June. I would always get out of school right around when E3 would happen, so that was always like the signifier. What's up, Yeti? The best Bab? I mean, I'm a big Smoochum fan, personally, but I like every single one. Oh, I like Cleffa a lot, too. And Elekid, even though it has a bad shiny. And Magby. And Iggly. And Tyrogue. Oh, you only have a 4-day school week? That's interesting. Yeah, June 6th. That's definitely about when I remember getting out of school. Unfortunately, Zygarde is at the end here. And this is one of the worst teams I think we've ever had for Zygarde. So we're cooked 5 ways to Sunday. I just hope Zygarde is merciful and kills us quickly. Somehow we made it with 4 hearts. This game is evil. This game is shaking my head evil. Hello, Zygarde. Where you been in all the trailers, my friend? Oh, also speaking of ZA chat, something exciting that I didn't catch until I saw a post about it today. ZA has earrings. You can customize earrings in ZA. So that's pretty cool. I hope that stays around for every future Pokemon title. This is what I wanted, chat. I wanted more intricate, way more ways to customize characters, so I'm excited about that. Probably not going to be anything crazy. It's probably just going to be like a circle earring that you can pick a color of, but still, I'll take anything. Will there be fishing? I wish, but probably not. Alright, Dedenne. You gotta put the team on your back, brother. You gotta put the team on your back, Dedenne. Will there be bikes? Probably not. Because, remember, Kalos was the skater generation. I guess we're gonna be getting around with Rotom. Yay! Heelys. Instant 10 out of 10. Bring back Heelys. Well, honestly, we were doing pretty well until this happened. Oh, that HP regain is just so tough. Its complete form. What is Mega Zygarde gonna look like, chat? What are they gonna do with it? Is it gonna be some sort of amalgamation of every Zygarde form? Is it gonna be a bigger mech-looking thing? What are they gonna do with it? What's up, Whitecats? Already has a Mega in your book? No, my big beautiful Dedenne. Goodbye. I salute you. This is the second raid. We started off with Palkia and actually beat Palkia, and then Zygarde was like, oh, you were having fun? No more. And this was an absolutely brutal team for Zygarde. We actually did way better than I thought we would, to be fair. Alright, well, let's go again. Can we get, like, a, you know, a nice UB? We haven't seen Guzzlord in, like, a month. Where's Guzz? I want something nice and peaceful and not Palkia or Zygarde. Can we have, like, a Tapu Koko or an Articuno, a Nihilego? A standing cat. They're gonna turn it into Purloin, where it just looks uncomfortable. Yeah, some footage today came out of ZA, and again, I don't know what their marketing department is doing. But it's it's a footage of the game in Japanese, and it's you entering a battle against a Binacle, and it's very seamless. It looks very seamless. I don't know why they're not focusing on gameplay. Why was this not in the Presents trailer? It looks good. It looks like nice, seamless footage. I don't know what's going on with their marketing team. %, riding 10% into battle. Oh, you mean a Calyrex Ice Rider, Shadow Rider situation? But all Zygarde? Here, chat, I'll link the tweet in question. I mean, there's kind of no camera movement, but it's nice and seamless. People keep saying that it has the Xenoblade fight system. Does it? Can anyone confirm or deny? Zygarde with a hat. It's just a giant ball with bubbling of cell Zygardes. Have a good one, Carter. Looks like Fluttermane. It's Fluttermane with a suspicious mustache. Pokemon tied to the trainer's movement, which means you actually have to get out of the way. Zygarde will be locked to 100%. Oh, did I hear about the hacked Wo-Chien raids? I did. I saw, Austin St. John on Twitter being like, "You piece of shit hacker." Whoa. Take it easy, man. I don't think it's that... I mean, that's what should have happened. Should have been able to just catch Wo-Chien ourselves. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. Seeing people online be like, this piece of shit hacker. How could they do this? How could you hack a Pokemon game? That's immoral. Oh, won't somebody think of the children? Also, go get my Mew that I say is legitimate behind the truck. But is not legit in any way, shape, or form. Won't somebody think of the children? Imagine getting a hacked Pokemon. I literally have a hacked Hoopa in home that's shiny. Has anything ever happened to me? No. Children having illegal hacked Pokemon is like a rite of passage in this franchise. I mean, I've literally seen people bring shiny, Ruinous Quartet in raids before, long before this event ever existed. Like, it's just funny. I don't know. It doesn't affect me, really. Shinies are only good if I can get them through a technicality. Okay. Hacking Pokemon has always been popular since day one. I know younger kids probably don't remember, but we used to have these devices called Game Sharks and action replays. They were all the rage. Kit's Vileplume is using grassy terrain. Alright, Kit. Sure. Kit. That's such a... My name is Kit. Locked in an egg, which turned out to be an iron moth. What a strategy. When I had my Game Boy Color and my Game Boy Advance, I had this device called a brain game. And it would play... You know how you'd look for, like, download Photoshop free back in the day, and you'd hear that, like, techno music? It had its own little recognizable tune. And every now and then, I still think about it. It had its own signature music that would play. Yeah, keygen music. I find that stuff so charming. It's a bygone era. Yeah, you could always check if you have a hacked Pokemon using PK Hex. It has a legitifier. I don't think that's a word. You can check to make sure it's legal or not. PKM.GG. That just doesn't have as much soul as Machamps.com. I don't know why hacked Pokemon gets people fear-mongering like crazy. I mean, I guess I've noticed a lot of fear-mongering in general with, like, hacking stuff lately. Also, remember the guy that spray-painted his Donkey Kong Bonanza cart and did a terrible job and people laughed at him? He got sent some 3D printed Switch carts that were yellow. And I guess that worked out for him. Why he didn't decide to 3D print a cart to begin with and went the spray paint route, I don't know, but I guess everything worked out fine for him. Oh boy, this is Are you getting back-to-back Salazzle encounters? I think he couldn't get the game out, but he finally was able to get it out. Get out of context sentence. He was finally able to get it out. I mean, this is just kind of like a pro tip, chat, but if you ever spray paint something, you should wait for it to dry. This might sound crazy, but listen. I mean, part of me does wonder, you know, like everything, is it just engagement bait? I don't know. It certainly worked if it was. But yeah, maybe don't spray paint your Switch cartridges. It is sad that they stopped doing colored cartridges though. I had the Donkey Kong 64 N64 game as a kid, Banana Yellow. Obviously Pokemon games all used to be fun colors. Everything changed when Gen 4 attacked. A yellow Pikmin. Yeah, the gold Majora's Mask cart. Oh, that's an iconic one. I had that one too. I mean, think about all the fun colors the N64 had in general. We just don't get fun console colors anymore. It's either white or black, or primarily gray or black with very tiny bits of color on it, like the Switch 2. We're in the modern era. Derogatory. Tony Hawk games all being blue. I'm not even joking when I say that if Nintendo had a Switch 2 that was like atomic purple, it would sell out. That would be so popular. People would love that. But to be honest, Nintendo hasn't... I mean, there's a few Switches that I like the Animal Crossing one. I think the Scarlet Violet Switch was pretty good. But they've all kind of felt a little toned down, a little more low-key. I feel like the 3DS and 2DS era was the last time we got some really fun ones. Yeah, the Switch Lite had some pretty out there colors too. Yeah, the Joy-Con colors are definitely the closest thing. Yes, for Pokemon, we had the Let's Go brown and yellow Pikachu and Eevee Switch, which... fascinating choice there. I still chuckle about that one when I think about it. Sword and Shield, we got the Zacian Zamazenta Switch Lite. We didn't get anything for PLA or any of the spin-off games. We got the Scarlet Violet orange and purple like graffiti street art one, which I like a lot. Oh yeah, the BDSP. How could I forget about BDSP, chat? How could I have forgotten that one? So let's go Sword Shield, BDSP, Scarlet Violet. So that's what, 4? 4 over 7, 8 years? That really is not a lot. One of my favorite Pokemon consoles is always the Hey You Pikachu one. Over here it was blue, but in Japan it was orange. The Nintendo 64 was orange. That was an all-timer. I know, a Mystery Dungeon Switch would have been amazing. The orange GameCube is an absolute classic. Man, that Pikachu and Eevee Switch is so bad. What were they... Not to angry video game nerd, but really, what were they thinking? That is truly atrocious. The Smash Ultimate one is so boring. Mario Red, that's the Switch I'm using literally right now. Mario Red. Oh, my dock is not red though. My Joy-Cons were red, but my dock was not. I wish they would go away from all the constant... I mean, I guess I did like the Majora's part. I don't know, I haven't been in any of the Zelda consoles lately. I wish they had a bit more going on. I mean, I guess the Tears one is nice. It's classy. But it's kind of boring. I think the Dialga and Palkia one is boring too. I know they're going off of the original DS one, but I think that one was boring back then, and the one for BDSP was boring as well. Why are they gold? Make Palkia pink and make Dialga blue. Ooh, clear Joy-Cons would be amazing. Oh, it's Latios! Check this guy out. We haven't seen Latios in a while. Make Palkia fuzzy. Where, yeah, you remember the heinous Sonic and Knuckles fuzzy controllers they had for Sonic 2? Do that, but for Palkia. What's up, Midnight? You're just in time. They're being sold for $4.15 now. Ugh. You wish the Mario Kart World and Pokemon ZA bundles had something. I know. Unfortunately, in the first year of the Switch 2's life, Nintendo's not gonna want to make any new special editions so they don't confuse consumers. So we're gonna have to wait. You're going to have to wait. Speaking of Nintendo and waiting, I saw some accounts were posting about a Mario anniversary logo, which I think was fake. I don't think that was real. No matter how many actual gaming websites reported on it like it was real. But Nintendo's kind of done jack shit, nothing diddly butt kiss for Mario's anniversary. I mean, I don't think it helps that Nintendo made the Switch 2 packaging very similar to the Switch 1. I think that's confusing. And then if there's multiple colors, you know, that might confuse Grandma who's buying for little Timmy at Christmas. You have to think of, not to, you know, casuals, I guess is lack of a better term. Your average consumer, not people that know games like we do, chat. We're talking like adults or kids who want adults, you know, to buy these consoles who don't, you know, they don't know. They don't know any better. Have a good one, Purple Pikmin. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we are still being punished for the sins of the Wii U. It's true. You think they made the ugly Switch 2 game boxes like that to distinguish themselves from the Switch 1? Yeah, that's a distinct possibility. Also, from the murmurs, we should be expecting a Nintendo Direct soon. The sins of Miyamoto. Sins of Latios never being shiny for me. Latios, why? What's crazy is that, again, Tyler and I played a lot of his Wii U when I went to go see him. The Wii U had character. The menu for the Wii U was downright charming. Listen. I think the console itself is not very great, and I don't like the gamepad. But the fact that the gamepad could be a remote, that's cool. We use that feature all the time. I just miss menu music. I don't know, all the glossy icons and everything. It's definitely of its time. I'm not saying like the Wii U is some... like they... you know. It's the Wii U. We all know what happened, but it definitely had some charm that I think went unappreciated. It's also kind of haunting to see the Miiverse stuff when online has been cut. From Windows Vista. Talk about something that's lost so much soul and identity over the years. You thought the Wii U was awesome, you don't understand the hate? I think a lot of people don't like the game library for it. I mean, what else? Why did people hate the why did people hate the Wii U? Again, I think the controller is really, it feels like a Fisher-Price controller. I don't like the gloss. I think a matte finish on the Wii U would have gone a long way. A Mario 3D collection for the 40th. Considering how poorly Nintendo handled the last one, do we even want another one? Here's our new Mario 3D collection. We're leaving off Galaxy 2, and it's available for 3 months before it goes back into the Disney Vault. I mean, the Nintendo Vault. We're making it super limited because we're Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, if you look at, like, Pokemon games on the Wii U, it was... what did we have? We had Pokken... because they were still going strong on the 3DS during that era. Okay, we got another Psychic. Another Psychic type. Nobody wanted to see a Selgor. Sad. Liquid glass. That's such a, like a tech... We're calling it, liquid glass. It's nice to have Intimidate on the team. Alright, Miss Queen. Go for it. It being the same price as the PS4. I do remember people complaining about the price, definitely. I definitely remember people saying that it was just way too expensive. Yeah, it was the white one, right? The white model was the basic one. It only had 8 gigs. There is nothing more evil than when companies pack in the teeniest, tiniest bit of internal space. Awesome sauce. The Wii U price was not awesome sauce. Xbox X and S. Hey, Nintendo's made a lot of blunders in their lifetime, but at least they never had consoles with names like Xbox rolled out. Yeah, it wasn't it $2.99? The Dreamcast. Now that was a video game console. Remember Zombies U? Was that the start of Nintendo and Ubisoft's partnership that led into the Rabbids and Mario games, I wonder? Was that... Forgive the zombie pun. Patient Zero? Was that it? That was... I remember all the advertisements for Zombie U back in the day. It's like, oh, Nintendo wants the older crowd. Nintendo wants the serious gamers. I don't think Zombie U was a very good game. Tyler has it, and we played a little bit of it, and it has a very long, unskippable intro. Don't you love that? And you can die very quickly. So if you die quick into the game, you have to have that entire long-ass intro play again. Not great. What, you know what? Wii U. Iconic games. Oh, Mario Maker started on the Wii U, that's right. Breath of the Wild. I guess. Mario 3D World. Smash Bros. For Wii U. Mario Kart 8. Oh yeah, Pikmin 3. Wonderful 101. I guess Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, right? Returns. Returns wasn't a Wii game, was it? Those games have been re-released so many times, it's erased my memory. Oh yeah, that was the era where they had all the Mario U games. Twilight Princess HD. Oh yeah, that's where Splatoon started. Captain Toad. Rayman Legends. Nintendo Land. Wind Waker HD. Bayonetta 2. I feel like putting I was reading a list of top Wii U games and they had Breath of the Wild at 1. It's like, I guess. I guess. I feel like that's a little cheaty. Oh yeah, Sonic Boom. Rise of Lyric. Everybody remembers Lyric, right? Virtual Console Machine. See, that's what I remember the Wii for. I bought so much Virtual Console on the Wii. The Sonic Boom era was genuinely so bad. New Sonic fans do not know the struggle. I mean, there's still struggles to be had to be being a Sonic fan, but that was a real struggle. That was a generational struggle. Do Wii U charge money to bring games over? I think I remember that. Yeah, I'm always gonna like the Wii over the Wii U. The Wii just had it all. It had character, the Wiimote was fun, the commercials were iconic. We would like to play. Wii Sports. So many good games. Virtual Console. The Weather Channel. I'm only half joking. As a kid, I loved checking out those channels. If I played the Wii for the first time as an adult, I don't know if they would have been all that interesting, but as a kid, I loved them. To upgrade them? That sounds familiar. Yeah, let me boot up the Wii. Couldn't you see the weather in other parts of the country or the world too? I always like going around and looking at the temperature in other places. Crobat, Steelix, Scizor, Politoed, Slowking, Umbreon, Espeon. Oh, I love the Everybody Votes channel. You did miss out. That was kind of like a early Splatfest. Yeah, Gen 2 is where the Babs began. Speaking of Gen 2 chat, the Pocket set comes out tomorrow? So we'll maybe be pulling some Babs tomorrow. Or the next day, whatever day it actually comes out. Should do something with Drapion. Here, let me check. PokemonZone.com. Okay, Wisdom of Sea and Sky. That's kind of a lame name. I don't like the name for the set. Comes out in 2 days. If you want to look at some of the cards early, chat, I always use this website. It's a good resource. I like that Togepi. Hope I could pull that Togepi. Charcadet should have been a baby. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Charcadet definitely could have qualified as a Bab. In the same way Toxel did in Gen 8, or does, still. Giving you Easter vibes? I see it. The Chikorita is cute. Yeah, it's like very soft pastel. I see what you mean. Yeah, the Kimono Girls are Gen 2. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Gamba. No! Janet, no! No, Gamba failed. Gamba disaster. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it feels like Gen 2 had been on the back burner of Pocket for so long. It's... I hope the rest of the cards are impressive. Because I was kind of bored by Eevee Grove. Yeah, Lugia hitting the Mr. Beast! I saw a... Mr. Beast has an animated kid show coming out. Great. Just what the children of today need. A Mr. Beast animated show. Great. I know, these people have nothing but money and time on their hands. Have you seen his toys in stores, Chad? They're like generic, like boys' toys, like big goo guys. There's like his mascot, the titular blue beast. I think it's more of that. You know, next to the Skibbity toilet section. The thing is, Gimmie cannot voice act. His voice in that trailer was absolutely terrible. He cannot voice act. Mr. Beast! Let me see if I can find the description. The first trailer for Mr. Beast's new animated series, Mr. Beast Lab, has been released. I mean, if you have a disgusting curiosity, Chad, there you go. His voice, you gotta watch it to hear his flat, awful voice acting. He cannot voice act at all. Just looks like a generic, like, action show, kind of like a superhero show. Okay. I don't know what parents would want to sit their young children down and watch the Mr. Beast animated show, but... who knows? Also, we're almost dead. Oh yeah, the Mr. Beast chocolate bars that are in the Lunchleys. Yeah, he has like a Sona, but it's just him. He has like a... dang, that... we're dead. He has like an animated Sona where he looks a lot more like big and masculine. Oh, that was a sad end to that round. Also, ads are coming up, chat, but we just lost, so, you know, you're not missing anything. I mean... What would kids even watch these days? The 37th season of SpongeBob. Reboot of some 80s, 90s property. You could go watch the Smurfs movie, which is apparently critically bombing. Critically and, money. Not making money either. Good. Hopefully this is the end of Hollywood Smurf movies for a long time. Do you think we could be that lucky, chat? Do you think we could ever be that lucky? They don't even watch TV anymore, they just watch YouTube. I don't know which one is worse. Yeah, if Rihanna as Smurfette couldn't get butts in seats, then... what will? Also, did you know that apparently James Corbin Smurf is the main character in that movie? It isn't even Rihanna as Smurfette. Doesn't that just sound like hell on earth? Doesn't that just sound like a nightmare? James Corbin Smurf is the main character of that movie. And his whole thing is that he doesn't have like a cutie mark or whatever, so he feels like he's not special. So he sings a song about how he's not a special Smurf like everybody else. Yes, it's a musical. Fun fact. Actually, that's not a fun fact. That's a disgusting fact. I'm ill. Why would you take your kid? Taking your kids to that is an exercise in torture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a musical. Also, they go to the real world. They go to the real world, like the Neil Patrick Harris Smurfs movie, but they don't interact with any of the humans. And there's animated humans in the movie. So I don't know how that works. Kind of weird. Damn, that hurt. I don't know, Omega. That's a great question. How do the Smurfs keep ending up in the human world? That's a very good question. I guess, Garganackle... Gargamel. I think that's his name. Garganackle. He's like a wizard. So, also his brother is the bad guy. Garganackle is not... He, like, works with the Smurfs to beat his evil brother. A Neil Patrick Harris Smurfs movie. Yeah, I think they play, like, Rock Band or something in that movie if you want an idea of the era that was. Got your Destiny Mark Shiny Milotic today? Nice. Congrats. There's been like three or four Smurfs movies over the years, chat. I just don't get it. I do not see the appeal in the IP that Hollywood does. I don't get it. Smurfs Pokemon crossover? Listen, chat, I've seen signs. In fact, today they announced that they're partnering with Shonen Jump to have some of those manga authors draw Pokemon. Pokemon's been doing more crossover partnerships lately, like the Hatsune Miku stuff. Listen. You never know. That is what the big marketing trend is right now. They'll have... I could see them partnering with, like, Sanrio. What if Pikachu was dressed as Hello Kitty? Maybe they'll have Pikachu and SpongeBob together. Who knows? Gorgonackle Gargamel. Yeah, Digimon has a tacky, lifeless VTuber thing, so maybe Pokemon will join on board. You never know. Moviegoers don't see it either. Yeah, the new Smurfs movie is not making any of its money back, so at least there's some silver lining here, chat. It might finally be over. Hi, hi. Glass Bones, Paper Skin, Sharpedo, they call them. Pokemon Digimon crossover when? That and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are like the only two crossovers I can't ever picture. Inconceivable. Yeah, they probably spent all that 58 million on the 58 million celebrities in that cast. Does the general public even like James Corbin enough to want to see a movie with his voice in it? I don't think I've ever met anybody that really likes that guy. You know, I don't think I've really met many people that have ever said I really like James Corbin. Corbin Blue. The British, I don't even think he has a show anymore. He's the guy that did Carpool Karaoke. He's British. Mario and Sonic platforming crossover. Yeah, look at the new Sonic racing game. Aang. Minecraft Steve and Alex, Hatsune Miku. Like, there's crossovers in every franchise for those with the eyes to see them. Oh, the DJ guy, Marshmello. I miss Deadmau5. They don't make them like him anymore. Nier crossover with PUBG. I feel like Nier will say yes. They'll say yes to any crossover. Weren't they in Soul Calibur 2? Not Soul Calibur 2, but in Soul Calibur. You know who? You know what other video game will always say yes? The Witcher. CD Projekt Red will give Geralt to anybody. Anybody who asks. You want Geralt? You can have him. Yeah, he's a DBD. That's right. Even though that doesn't even feel very appropriate. I don't know what Geralt has to do with, like, Michael Myers and... you know, classic horror villains, but sure, I guess. The era of PUBG. That feels so long ago. Shovel Knight. Yeah, Shovel Knight was in every... Shovel Knight got an amiibo. Did anybody ever buy the Shovel Knight amiibo? I remember that. Didn't they, like, have a Kickstarter for the sequel to that game and they, like, wanted money? Oh, no, it's Celesteela. Uh-oh. That always rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, you guys, for amiibo, and you're begging for money? Get out of here. Remember all the Kickstart games back in the day? Ugh. Mighty Number 9. All-time classic. Flop. Yeah, Hatsune Miku is in everything. Legitimately. I mean, to be fair, Mega Man is still just, like, gone. That franchise appears once in a blue moon and then vanishes for, like, a decade. The Dominoes crossover.
Wonderful.
That's, you know, that's likely their most iconic one. Red Wing! Look at Zekrom go. He's getting down. Thank you for the 54 months on the tier 3. Extra spicy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 54. We're definitely not fitting that many boopers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6, 7, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. There! Character limit reached. Welcome back, Red Wing. Hope you've been well. Yeah, I want to say the Shovel Knight devs had a Kickstarter, right? Does anybody remember that? They had a Kickstarter for, like, a sequel game. Yeah, the only Mega Man stuff they've made has just been re-releases, right? We haven't gotten a new Mega Man title in quite a bit. A sprayded Balatro. Remember when they added Mega Man to Smash? That was a fun time. Who was that? I feel like Hollow Knight. We replaced Shovel with Hollow. Hollow Knight really took off and now people eagerly await the sequel.
It's been poisoned!
He said that with so much gusto. It's been poisoned! I miss you, stadium announcer man. I miss you. Yeah, was that Scovillain? It's definitely sounded like a new Pokemon. Huh. Well, you know what, chat? Wonders also never cease. We beat Celesteela. GG's. G of G. You love to see it. Mega Man 9, which was released for PS3 and 360. Wow, that's so long ago. Yeah, Monster Hunter also does a lot of crossovers. Remember the Zelda Skyrim crossover. Speaking of ancient crossovers. Speaking of no shinies. Boo! Also, we hit the sub goal. Thanks, chat. I appreciate it. Oh my, wow, that jogged my memory, Justin. The Sonic Lost World Nintendo crossover. Wow, I haven't thought about that in so long. I mean, Lost World is very Mario Galaxy, so... Miku isn't a Monster Hunter game? Unsurprising. Alright, let's see. Who's up next? Konami did no crossovers with Snake until Kojima left. That tracks. First time playing the game in like a year. Dynamax is still fun. Okay, we go. Don't be Celesteela again. Can this be Articuno? Please. I just want a nice, not stressful time. Yeah, we'll see if all the Silent Hill games they're cooking up right now are gonna come out any good. Articuno is still betraying. Can you believe it? Most anticipated game right now? I guess besides Pokemon ZA. I mean, RimWorld just came out with a DLC I haven't had a chance to check out yet. I'm excited to try that. Again, RimWorld is an all-timer. I'm excited for Kirby Air Riders. If the rumors are true and we get a Nintendo Direct next week or this week, whenever, I hope we get a nice look at the game. There's a rumor that the next Nintendo Direct's gonna be really third-party focused, but I feel like they always are. Nintendo always has a big chunk of every Direct that they carve out for third-party games. Like, that's business as usual. Dusk Bloods. Oh, is that the FromSoft game? Probably not. That's the game everybody thought was Castlevania. We did just get a Pokemon Direct. But Pokemon is typically not in Nintendo Directs, except for some very sparing occasions. Monster Hunter Pizza Hut collab? That sounds insane. What did I think of Mega Dragonite? It's okay. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I know that's not a very interesting take, but it's okay. A long sword with pizza, that kind of rules. Although it would have been better if it was a breadstick. Yeah, it is what it is. It definitely is Dragonite with some Dragonair features. That's true. That's what it is. Yeah, I've seen all the art on those leaked designs. You know, we waited all this time for that Presents, and then it kind of just didn't really reveal a whole lot. Yeah, kinda. There's a few I'm excited for, but I think people are gonna be in for a little bit of a surprise. I think some people are gonna be a little shell-shocked by some of the designs. That's all I'll say. Oh yeah, Attack on Titan had so many crossovers during the height of its popularity. Yeah, that's the thing. I've seen a lot of great fan art for Mega Dragonite. That 3D render, the official render, does it no justice. It's such a bleh render. Like, come out with some nice art of it. Do it some justice. Yeah, I really wish they had revealed more than one. I mean, again, they revealed a bunch of characters that have signature Pokemon that are wearing Mega Bracelets, so you could infer. You could maybe put 2 and 2 together. But they didn't officially reveal them, so... I really wanted them to reveal one of them because one of them is an absolute freak show. And again, the Japanese website put out a video of how seamless the battle animation, or the battles are, from overworld to battle. It's very seamless. I don't understand why this footage from the Japanese website was not included in the Protect. I wanted to say Presents and Direct. Presents. Nintendo Protect. I hate that they have different names. It trips me up every time. Yeah, Pokemon State of Play. Let's see, we got Metang and we got Aurorus. I love Aurorus and Tyrantrum because you can always tell it's them. I mean, I don't want them to reveal every single Mega in the game, but there's, you know, maybe a fair amount of Megas, so I think they could have revealed a couple of them. They're really relying hard on the nostalgia and marketability of old Mega evolutions. Which, if they've been watching fans constantly complain under their tweets for the past decade, if this game doesn't have Megas, I'm not buying it. Maybe they're appealing to those people. If this game doesn't have Mega Gengar, I will not buy. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon is just... they got the power. They're that guy. They can do that. I mean, unfortunately, we have like 7 mobile games we have to get through now at every Presents. Which sucks. Which really sucks. Yeah, you remember Lucario, right? Lucario. The Lu of Cario. You remember this Pokemon, right? Does anybody remember a little known Pokemon? Pikachu? What about Charizard? I did kind of enjoy the reactions to Mega Dragonite, chat. I enjoyed watching people bicker and argue for some reason that happens when a Pokemon design is revealed. Because you have the ultra positivity crowd on Twitter and you have the ultra negative crowd. I can't wait for their reactions to certain other megas, that's all I'll say. Yeah, Pokemon, not only is Pokemon Friends, it's a bad, like, it's just, you can only play like 10 minutes before they stop you. It might be one of their worst mobile games they've ever released. Oh yeah, I think a lot of original megas are a mess. I think people... revisionist history, a lot of mega evolutions. I mean, again, go back and play X and Y and you'll see that only 2 mega evolutions really show up in the duration of the main story. It's sad. 3. Okay, 3. You get Lucario, Gardevoir, Gyarados. Like, megas were so underutilized in their own debut generation. Listen, they've already missed out on the crochet plushie market. Etsy, TikTok shop, eBay. Pokemon crocheted plushies they've been in circulation for like 2 decades now. They missed that boat. Yeah, Auras did have more mega stuff going on. That Agumon. That's Agumon feller. Who turns into Dark Magician. Yeah, crochet is a very common craft that a lot of people do, so crocheted Pokemon are very common. You ever been to like a Renaissance fair or a 3D market? A market? I don't know why I put 3D in front of that, as opposed to 2D markets. Very popular, I mean, I think they're popular to the point where people can drop ship them, as sad as that is. Yeah, any sort of geek event, definitely. Conventions, Renaissance fairs. That and they'll have those really cheap 3D printed dragon toys. That are also drop shipped. In a stunning turn of events. You mean to tell me they're not hand making this stuff? They're buying it from China? And reselling for quadruple the price? Say it ain't so. And that's not to say that everybody making crocheted plushies, they're drop shipped, but they do exist, so always keep that in mind. Honestly, chat, Tyler and I went to the West Edmonton Mall, which is the biggest mall in North America. It was a flop, by the way. I did not like that mall. But let me tell you, stores with bootleg Pokemon merch, bootleg Labubus, bootleg this, bootleg that. There was like 7 different stores in the mall that all had that same business strategy. And just people just don't know. They go in and they see Pokemon plushies, they don't realize they're all fake. I mean, if you want to buy bootleg plushies, feel free. I don't care. But the fact that there's so many of these shops right now, and people are just... a lot of people are ignorant to it, just kind of sucks. Stuff that they could just buy on AliExpress for 50% cheaper. What if Lysander comes back, chat, and the game is like, he's really sorry? What if Lysander comes back and he's like, I'm really sorry about the genocide thing. I'm really sorry. We never saw his body. Both sides make valid points. I mean, what other Team Flare members are gonna show up? We have Mabel, who is... I think she was referred to as the director. I don't know if she's actually a professor or not. Maybe she's Sycamore's boss, or Sycamore is her boss? I don't know. Okay, chat. Yeah, there's Mabel, and then there's green-haired Team Flare admin. There's purple-haired one. There's one that has orange hair. There's Zero Sick. He will be back. I'm just warning you all right now, chat. I know it in my heart of hearts. That evil dude is coming back. Who else? Oh, there's, the Elite Four woman, Malva. Malva. Yeah, Zero Sick is the guy at the end of the story with Emma, who mind controls her with a suit, and then tries to act like he's her father. Very unsettling stuff. Okay, I guess we're having a psychic night, chat. Yeah, she brought in her terrorist gamer chair. She brought in her terrorist visor. It's on the desk. I think she has the Team Flare symbol on her laptop, so... Nobody pays for crimes in the Pokemon universe. That's an interesting message, Game Freak. Nobody should pay for terrorizing and threatening to destroy the world. They can all be rehabilitated. Interesting. Interesting method. Yeah, the Team Flare logo's blue, so she's good now. It's like if you took the flag of Al-Qaeda and just changed it a different color. Pokemon is wild. There are no Officer Jennies in the mainline Pokemon games anymore. They have no jails in Kalos. How do you think the people of Geosenge, the town where their little Lego houses got knocked over, how do you think those people feel about these terrorists being free? Can you imagine your house getting absolutely knocked over from its little Lego track? and the criminals walk free? I mean, I don't think it's not... Like, you can call Team Flare a terrorist organization. Legitimately, that's... They were doing some terror activities. Yeah, it's 10 years. It's like 10 years. It's present day, essentially. Which again is why I don't think the dancing girl is Tierno's daughter. I think she's likely a sister. Yeah, they're basically all terrorist organizations. Oh, they gave us new dancing girl, but they took Tierno from us, chat. Where's the Trevor representation? Won't somebody think about everyone's favorite X and Y character, Trevor? Everyone's favorite evil team? I always like Team Magma. Team Rocket, OGs, absolute classics. Hard to beat Giovanni. I like Team Skull. I think Team Skull was the last great evil team we had. I especially like that Team Skull worked with Aether and Lucamine. I thought that was fun. I guess Aether would also count as the last evil team, although I like Team Skull more. Team Skull has so much personality. Baba can get out of my face. Faba, more like Floppa. Yeah, what about, checks notes, Team Yell. Yeah, Team Star was just a bunch of disgruntled children. Terrorists in the making. Team Yell was Teemu, Team Skull. Yeah, we've had some... Honestly, Pokemon's kind of been doing, like, the Disney thing. Where there is no bad guy. Yeah, they did mess up a bunch of Rever rooms. Gosh, Team Star, I hate Team Star so much. The Rever rooms did not match them in the slightest. They realized people liked Team Skull but didn't understand why. Are these free to join? Yep. Yeah, the most unbelievable part of Team Star is that they were able to take over like prime real estate on the beach with their giant ugly bases. As if the authorities wouldn't come in and get all that shit out of there immediately. Team Yell is like the most non-existent. Like, Team Yell is just one guy copy and paste it over again and one girl. Like, it felt like they penciled that in as an afterthought 5 days before Sword Shield shipped. I mean, the whole story in that game feels like that, but Team Yell is just... I would not even qualify them. They don't... In my mind, they don't count. Yeah, I guess the real evil team is Team Macrocosmos. Rose in the Coldplay concert. Could you imagine? It is midnight. It has no sauce. Too bad they forgot to give Marnie a personality. All those scraps that your rivals get mostly go to Hop or Bead. I don't really get what people see in Pierce either, but people like that character. Probably just the same reason people like Marnie. Purely for character design, nothing else. My favorite Pierce iconic moment. When his shoes squeaked on the floor. That really solidified my love of the character. How's the writing going to be in Gen 10? I feel like we go up and down. Like, Gen 7's writing was far from perfect, but it was a massive step up from X and Y. And then we go to 8, which stunk in every regard. Then we went to 9, which was, again, not far from perfect with the writing, especially with Team Star. But, like, Penny and Nimona and Arvin and the Professor stuff, you know, not terrible. So what's it gonna be for Gen 10? Are we gonna get, you know, a Sun and Moon or a Scarlet Violet, or are we gonna get like an X and Y or a Sword and Shield? I mean, ZA seems to have... I don't know, we know so little about the Zygarde stuff, and... Again, does that game have a villain? Is the old lady gonna be evil? Is there gonna be no villain again? Do people like the story in PLA? Like, I like Volo. I think he's a fun villain. But I don't know, there's not much else really going on. You have the Exile, which I guess is kind of fun. Oh, they 100%, Justin. 100,000, like 100,000 bajillion %. I streamed the other day and people were like, the battle system in PLA is so nuanced and has so much to offer. It's like, does it? Does it really? There's so much to do in the overworld, like catching Pokemon and catching Pokemon. Hey, nice freeze. The battle system feels like a knockoff. It's so undercooked. It's so undercooked. See you later, Azelf. Thanks for stopping by. Some people stopped at the Dialga Palkia and never knew that Volo was a bad guy. That's crazy. How are you not gonna play PLA till... Oh, that's sad. The Volo fight is like one of the high points of the entire game. Fighting Arceus is fun too. Like that's another high point of the game, to just turn it off after the Dialga Palkia. Oh. I think this is like my third Lazaga. Okay. Alright. More dupes. Dupe City! I live in Dupe City. Okay, let me deposit this cat real quick. Let's see. Yeah, here's the last one. September. Okay, that might just be my second one. Alolan Persian's a wacky dude. Wacky Pokemon, that Alolan Persian. Gotta have me a good Lazga. No, I never watched Megan. Looked funny though. Why do I think Game Freak doesn't want to reveal any Zygarde parts? I guess because they don't want spoilers. I saw a comment that was like, maybe Game Freak doesn't want leaks. It's like, oh, too late. Way too late for that. The entire roster of Megas in the game has been out for like 4 months now? So I don't think it's that. They didn't reveal a lot of story for Scarlet Violet, if I remember correctly, either. It was a lot of, like, quirky character trailers. Okay, it really is just Psychic Night. Featuring and starring psychics. Where's our dark friends? Where's the bugs? Crabrawler. Crabrawler and Crabominable have good shinies. A second lobby. Don't worry, chat. We'll be doing more Dynamax adventures this week. And then hopefully soon they'll announce the distribution of Wo Chien. I have no doubt that we've hit it already. The thing about the Scarlet Violet trailers, chat, is remember how many of them had voice acting? I think that's kinda... that's kinda sus. The Iono reveal had voice acting. Remember the Professor Willow, the Pogo crossover with Jacques with Gimme Ghoul? There were several trailers that had voice acting. And yet the final game does not have voice acting. Curious. get back at the leaks, a company would not operate like that. I mean, the leaks have been going on for so long now, it's clear that they either don't care or they don't care enough to plug the leaks, which again are likely coming from their China division. They're making too much money to care, I guess. Yeah, Nintendo definitely goes after that type of stuff more than Game... I can't think of a time Game Freak ever has. Did Game Freak take down the images of Incineroar, the Alolan starters, when those character sheets leaked? Does anybody remember? Yeah, they kind of just don't really... I mean, they'll send some DMCAs on Twitter. I'm pretty sure I've remembered them doing that, but I don't think they care. I really don't think they care that much. I mean, Iono is just a character trope that we've seen in like every Japanese property. The bubbly, annoying streamer character. It's like this would have gone over great back in like 2013. It's a very dated trope now. Like saving like, comment, subscribe. Come on. Come on. What if our series had a VTuber or a streamer? Oh. Never been done before. They're breaking new ground. And they don't ever use it to say anything other than, I guess she had some Pokemaniac fans. It's like, look at the fans of this girl. They're all freaks. Okay. Sure. I guess. Also, what was up with her? I think the craziest thing about Iono was her goofy play school Where's Waldo ass minigame. That was so ill-fitting. I don't think we've ever gotten to the point where the gym puzzles have been bangers in the 3D era. I mean, like, Grusha's minigame going down the mountain, which was piss easy, at least it was appropriate. Let's look for Director Clavel. Huh? Why? Why did I get killed by Jigglypuff? Well, you also had guys that think they're on the team that aren't on the team, like Joe Merrick, come out and say those Alolan starter sheets were fake, so... Good old Joe. Yeah, her Magnemites weren't anything. I mean, preschool is what kids go to here before kindergarten. I mean, some kids. I never went to preschool. I actually did not go to preschool. I guess, how about like Dora the Explorer-esque? It's like a... Where is Swiper? X during the DP leak season. If only. Lieutenant Surge? Oh, I'm taking Lieutenant Surge 5,000 bajillion times over Iono any day. Hell, I would take Clement. I would take Volkner. I would take any electric trainer over her. Hell, give me my boy Watson. Where's my true Watsonators at? Where are my Watson heads out there? What a selection of Pokemon. We have Colossal, Togetic, and Chansey. Okay. Are there any other electric trainers? I feel like I named most of them. These items are not great. Why does electric feel like a rare type for trainers to have? We don't get a lot of electric trainers. Oh, Sophocles, yeah. How could I forget Sophocles? And then later, Mulane. Man, I loved Watson's Secret Basement. Power plants in Pokemon are always gonna slap. I'm always down to explore a power plant in Pokemon. It's like the perfect setting. I always like that in Gen 3 too, because you see Watson standing outside, you go back there, you're like, oh, what's this about? After you get Surf, it's like a fun little reward for backtracking. You get to explore a new little dungeon, get some nice TMs. I think Thunderbolt is in there. Imagine rewarding your players for exploration. Mesprit? Maybe we'll get Azelf. I mean, I've seen a lot of doomerism about ZA. Like, I don't think it's looks like the greatest video game of all time, but I also don't think it seems as bad as some people are making it out to be. I'm excited to try the new battle system. I'm excited to see... Again, Pokemon never misses with... Well, we just discussed Iono. They usually never miss with human character designs. Like, I like the new characters. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot to be excited about. But at the same time, I get why people are cynical. Like, look at the games this franchise has produced recently. I get it. Designs are very human. Look, Pokemon beats the shit out of, like, Digimon human character designs. Digimon's human character designs for the past, like, decade have been shit from a butt. so... Oh, hey, it is Azelf. I'll take Pokemon's nice character designs any day. Alright, Lycanroc, take the wheel. Crunch the Azelf. Yeah, the generation that grew up with Pokemon is definitely millennials. Says me, the millennial that grew up with Pokemon. I mean, Digimon designs are just generic anime designs. I really despise the character designs for the new game coming out, Time Stranger. They're like 90% leg with that awful green medical outfit. Oh, terrible. Terrible like you, Azelf. GG. Challenging you to a battle. Why do kids love doing that so much? If anyone ever challenges you to a battle on Twitch or anywhere else, YouTube comments, they are 100% going to be like 12. Yeah, you know, I do notice that a lot of people bitch and complain about Pokemon and then say they haven't played it in like 10 years. It's like, you can just, you know, move on. Like, that's okay. If you're not even gonna bother, if you're gonna say Pokemon sucks ass and you're not even gonna bother to play modern games, like, you can just not... You can move on. I notice a lot of people in chat do that. I refuse to play modern Pokemon games, but also I'm gonna hang around and continue to dump on it. I mean, I get wanting the franchise to be better. I do. But, like, at some point, if it's really causing you this much anguish, I don't know, like, take a break. Find a similar franchise. There's a lot of monster games like this that exist. I don't know, chat. It's tough. it's tough. There's no obvious, you know. And then who knows what Gen 10 is gonna end up looking like. Yeah, the Time Stranger human character MCs are just completely terrible. I do like the look of the kid for the new anime with the little lizard, Geckomon. Hope that has some decent designs that aren't just generic anime girls 562 like Yu-Gi-Oh does these days. When people complain about Pokemon and then go on to say, yeah, I'll still buy it. Oh, yeah. I saw that a lot for Amiibo pricing, by the way. So many people were complaining about how expensive Amiibo are, which they are expensive. And then we're like, oh, I'm gonna buy it anyway. Okay. Look, the Donkey Kong Bonanza Amiibo is ugly. So people shouldn't be buying that, but anyway. That's just my opinion. How do you dumb down competitive Pokemon? There's talks of IVs getting completely removed. Other things like that. The female MC into the tiniest skirts. Oh yeah, talk about an area Digimon consistently does god-awful at. Nature's... oh man, if they ever got rid of Nature's, that would be so unforgivable. I mean, additional year is not a lot, chat. That really isn't a lot. Do we think an additional year could have really saved Scarlet and Violet? It would have helped, absolutely, but would it have saved SV? I mean, I would not consider Scarlet Violet on the Switch 2 saved in any way. Performance-wise, perhaps, but... also the fact that you have to buy a $450 console just for it to perform better is awful. It's terrible. Yeah, I'll be happy too. Yeah, the Switch 2 didn't save it from being a empty-ass, nothing burger, nothing to do, very little extra content game. And we don't. The saddest thing of all, chat, is we don't have side games to really rely on anymore. Because they're all just making mobile games. We don't have Mystery Dungeon around. We don't have anything like that to fall back on. It's all just mobile slop. I'll tell you what, chat, every time I boot up Scarlet, I am just especially if I'm in Paldea, I am just consistently blown away by how ugly it is. I know people get defensive, like, oh, games aren't just about graphics. It's like, no, they're not. But that is an ugly fucking game. That game is so ugly. It just blows me away every time. Seeing those rock textures, the way the rocks meet the water. They should genuinely feel embarrassed for that game. Genuinely. Sword and Shield trees back. Yeah, Sword and Shield had better lighting. I don't know what happened with the lighting engine in SV. Completely cooked. Let's Go is a better looking game than SV, and that came out years prior. Legends had nice stylization, which I think Scarlet Violet could have really used to disguise some of the butt ugliness of those textures. I mean, did they, in the beta builds, did they not see how they looked and thought, maybe we should not have as many mountains? Maybe we should do something. I guess that's what happens when these games just have to be shoved out the door so fast. I don't know. I don't enjoy, you know, consistently shitting on these games, being overly negative, but at the same time, I'm not one of those fake positivity Pokemon people that every Pokemon is a special uwu bean, you know? Every Pokemon game is good, actually. That's not me, you know? Like I said, it's tough, chat. It really is. We all want these games to be better. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. Got a shiny Zigzagoon, nice. Little indie company. Yeah, that's another part of the frustration, isn't it? Game Freak brings in billions and billions and billions of dollars every year, and that quality is just not reflected in these products. In fact, with their big merchandise machine, it feels like the games are just another small cog. And that sucks. Now again, I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's a lot to, you know, potentially be excited for. I don't think ZA looks as bad as, again, some people are saying. Oh yeah, they should be embarrassed. Genuinely. They should be genuinely embarrassed. Mr. Businessman that always comes to us in the presents, like, look at your product. Look at this. The assets just need to be less ugly. Yeah, I think the Legends games are a step in the right direction. They're interesting in execution. They're all, you know, all 2 of them we have so far. They're changing it up. The battle system in ZA looks interesting. The components most people like in Pokemon, like character design, are still there. If some are divisive, like Mega Dragonite. I think Gen 10 is just really gonna be the deciding gen. Because it's on the Switch 2. The Switch 2 has some oomph to it. So there's no more excuses. They can't have drones of toxic positivity fans be like, oh, well, if you have a launch day Switch, of course it's not gonna... Of course it's gonna run bad. I don't notice frame drops. Insane people. Delulu. You can't say that for the Switch 2. You can't say the Switch is like a Kindle. You can't say that anymore. Like, if ZA and Gen 10 are dog shit, like, it's over. It might genuinely... I mean, it won't be over in terms of the franchise. They'll make money no matter what. But in terms of, could they ever make a decent game again? It wouldn't look good. It would not look good. Yeah, the Switch 2 isn't the PS5 if it was. I'm glad we haven't had any BDSP-esque remakes ever since. I think BDSP was a big stain for them too. Oh, Celesteela, it's why? Why do you always show up? The windmill spins more than 10 frames. That's the deciding factor. Yeah, BDSP was just not... It was not it. To say it lightly. Yeah, we've been saved by Gen 5 Ilka so far. Although I still see people clamoring for Black and White remakes, so I don't know if Pokemon fans know what they want, really. I would hate to see what happened to Diamond and Pearl happen to Black and White. Like, that would make me sick. You think the Legends games are more for a teenage audience, but the mainline games since Gen 6 are targeted towards children? Definitely, I could see that. Yeah, Gen 6 really is the catalyst, isn't it? Everything changed when the 3DS attacked. I mean, think about what Serious Pokemon Presents Man said about the franchise. How they want to keep it going for generation after generation. Yeah, I get not wanting to check out Black and White. I do understand that. Like, they're not... Old Pokemon games are not accessible. You either have to emulate them, which Gen 5 emulates fine if you ever wanted to do it. It emulates quite fine. Or, yeah, so I've heard. But if you don't, you know, emulating is pretty daunting for your average person. So what else do you do? Do you fork over hundreds of dollars for a used copy? Because that's how all retro Pokemon games are now? You can't go virtual console. There's no bundle. Like, it sucks. If you miss Gen 5, damn. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. Just like getting no shinies. Now, Molga and Chinchino feel like they could be brothers from another mother. Yeah, it's funny watching all the sneaker crypto guys getting into Pokemon cards purely for profit and then be like, who is N? What do you mean? Even if you haven't played Gen 5, how do you not know who N is? That's terrible. Charizard! Gardevoir! Lucario! Gengar! We're back with the dragon. Oh yeah, again, the Switch has plenty of nice games that run great. Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Pikmin 4. But those are Nintendo games, not Game Freak developed games. And that's the difference right there. White Charizard. The thought of somebody calling Reshiram White Charizard is so cursed. You know what's sad, chat? I saw a tweet about this today about some guy complaining he got scammed buying a Destined Rivals booster bundle from Amazon for $100. I guess it never arrived. And it's like, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you for spending $100 on a product that's like 26 bucks originally? I'm supposed to feel sorry for this guy? And then somebody responded they saw a guy in their local game shop spending 200 bucks on a black and white poster collection and on 6 booster packs. Like, that's why scalping cards is so bad right now. You have these idiots thinking they're gonna get rich quick by pulling Mewtwo. Well, if I pull Mewtwo, well, I'm saved. Yeah, that's the thing. People complain about scalping and then will go and buy scalp products. Oh, it's so frustrating. Yeah, go bet on like a sports app. You have better odds there than pulling your Mewtwo that you're gonna make like $100 or $200 from. That's the thing. There are some very valuable Pokemon cards, especially in like the black and white set, Victini, Zekrom, Reshiram. But they're just like a couple $100. You're not set for life pulling a Victini. This is not going to feed your children. And a lot of people buy up product and hoard it, thinking in 10 years, which long investment, again, maybe just get into like the actual stock market. Might be a better use of your time. But they buy up all these products and hoard them. And then Pokemon ends up mass reprinting them and they don't have much value. Which is funny, haha. Thinking most scalpers get laid. A lot of them are dads. A lot of them have families. Especially a lot of the non-Pokemon fans coming in to make money. These people do have families. Gotta feed my 5 kids by pulling Mewtwo. Hope my wife doesn't mind if I spend $1,000 on Pokemon cards. It is bleak. It is very bleak. And it's enabled actual retailers like Amazon and Walmart to charge more money. We're eating energy cards for dinner tonight. Yeah, like if you have a base set booster box, that's very different than having like a, you know, an ETB from Gen 7. I mean, there's a subreddit dedicated for like Pokemon card stocks and monetary strategies. Go there if you want to see some of the saddest posts known to mankind. If you want to feel better about yourself, chat, that's a good way. You could be the biggest bozo on the planet. Go there and you're winning more than they are. Like every other day I'm seeing footage of Costco didn't put a limit on the Prismatic Evolutions ETB bundle. And there's just these guys loading hundreds of ETBs into their vehicles. Poke investing. It is a sad, sad place, isn't it? It's such little profit. I mean, the scalpers that are doing it big time are likely making money, but they're committed to the game. People who have access to like the bots and all that, and even then, like, you still have to factor in shipping product, you have employees you have to pay, shipping costs. The scalpers that actually do make a lot of money, there's not a lot of those. They are in the minority. To actually make a serious living with that, you would have to flip thousands of products. Hey, I mean, if you want to flip a prismatic ETB, more power to ya. That rules. Especially with Prismatic's pull rate. Honestly, a smart decision. But we're not like, if you want to sell a few of your products, you know, sure. We're talking about, like, the scalperiest, the greasiest scalpers. To my Japanese Rakuten address. I don't have an order currently, but when I do, I can let you know. I mean, the scalper talk has been so crazy. People are thinking Switch 2s are getting scalped, even though they're pretty readily available. And remember, it isn't just cards a lot of these scalpers flip. It's concert tickets, it's shoes, it's... I mean, even, like, kitchen stuff I see now. Like, that's how bleak it is. Yeah, Labubus and blind bags and Chase Funko Pops. All the effort involved trying to scalp, you'd make more money just going to work. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Again, to make the money that the higher tier scalpers are making, you have to put in a ton of work. It would be like a real job. And then think about, you know, if you sell on eBay, eBay takes a cut. So there's all of these little things that these scalpers have to account for. Yeah, the bots are not cheap. Scalping bots are not cheap. I remember I looked into it around Champion's Path time when scalping in Pokemon cards first got really bad during the pandemic. And I looked around for those bots out of sheer curiosity. Not like I was wanting to purchase, because I think they charge you... It isn't like a one-time fee. And they're not cheap. Those dedicated scalping bots are not cheap. So it's like you have to pay a very expensive subscription. Well, unfortunately, a lot of scalpers are probably putting those purchases on their credit cards. I think a lot of them, very foolishly, again, they think they can pull Mewtwo and get rich quick, so they're gonna put it on their credit cards. Over 200, that's... oh, jeez. Again, I feel like there's better things you could put your time into to make money other than scalping trading cards, but, you know... They're Klarna cards. I mean, a lot of the retailers, like Costco not putting a limit on the prismatic ETB bundles is stupid. These retailers should be trying to stop these people at every turn, but they make them the same amount of money, so they don't care. And a lot of official retailers like Walmart and GameStop have joined in. They are also scalping. They don't sell products for MSRP anymore. And people will buy them. It's this nasty, nasty cycle. Yeah, and think about the shipping cost. ETBs are pretty heavy. A lot of Pokemon products are, like the binder collections are big and bulky. And we talked about this a bit with Yu-Gi-Oh! How Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets being so cheap is a negative for the distributors. I would not want that job. That seems like a tough way to make money. And not every modern Pokemon product, you know, sells out. The Cynthia Garchomp box has been sitting around because it's just not a very good value. So if you go out for your distributor buddy and buy out the Cynthia boxes because Cynthia's a female character, you think it's going to make a lot of money, and then it doesn't, you lose out. I think Nintendo was ready and had enough Switch 2s ready to go. I also think a lot of people are waiting to buy a Switch 2. It wasn't an absolute day one purchase for a lot of people. Content creators for driving the demand too. Oh yeah. Looking up Pokemon cards on YouTube, and I've just met with like the scariest, extra sharpened, extra contrast faces in the thumbnail of all time. Yeah, there's not enough game variety. A lot of people like me think the console colors are boring and would rather wait for a limited edition one. I think there's a lot of reason. I mean, also, it's expensive. $450 is a lot of money, and some people just can't afford it. And then the games are what, 70 and 80 bucks if it's Mario Kart World? Ugh. Yeah, Pokemon has a lot of those types of content creators. Opening $500 billion bajillion worth of Pokemon cards. And then setting them on fire. I'm gonna set my copy of Shield on fire if it doesn't give me a new shiny soon. Just kidding. Or am I? Oh yeah, I think it's even funnier that Mario Kart World, a lot of people did not like it. 80 bucks for an open world game with not a lot of content and bad online. The Switch 2 edition of Mario Party Jamboree is 80 bucks. Shiny Obamna. Nice. Yeah, at least Bonanza... Oh, Bonanza beats the shit out of Mario Kart World. I would buy Bonanza 100,000 times before I would buy Mario Kart World. In fact, I will not buy Mario Kart World. Not buying that game. Is this gonna be Celesteela again? Ugh, this is terrible. Oh yeah, we got Smackdown on Ride On. It has a lot of content. Good. Good. Content good. Yeah, I want to pick up Bonanza whenever I get a Switch 2. You're having a blast playing. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anybody say anything really negative about the game. In fact, people are maybe like too eager to talk about the game considering all the spoilers I've seen. It's like, oh, it would have been nice to experience that playing the game for myself. I mean, I don't have a Switch 2. The game's been out for a while. I guess that's the nature of things. But still. The leaks? I mean, I think Nintendo's main objective now, in which, you know, hopefully they'll do with the rumored Direct coming up, they need more games. We need a release date for Kirby Air Riders. We need more games. Bonanza probably pushed a lot of units. They need more games to push more units. It's either this week or next week. No interest in Cyberpunk. Yeah, a lot of Walmarts do have demos up. I'm probably gonna wait. I don't know, man. Gen 10 is so far away. Gen 10 is so far away. I would possibly be interested in a 3D Mario Switch too, but who knows when that's ever happening. I would like to wait, but at the same time, November of next year is far away. But also, Nintendo hasn't announced any games for the Switch 2 that I'm like, oh, I gotta play. Like, I want to play Bonanza, but I can wait. There haven't been any, like, wow, I gotta play that. I think the Direct is rumored for either this week or next week. Okay, we're just gonna lose to Beartick, I guess. Yeah, I think Gen 10 will definitely be a Switch 2 only console. Or Switch 2 only game, I should say. For the Switch 2 console. Said that backwards. I think ZA is definitely the last dual Switch 1-2 game. Which I don't think a lot of people would want to see Gen 10 run on the Switch, so... that's probably for the best. The Switch might catch fire. Doesn't sound safe. But definitely by the time Gen 10 comes out next year, we'll have some special edition Switch 2s by then. Although, would they charge $80 for Gen 10? That makes me sick. I think I would throw up. Oh man, this is such an evil route. Quagsire sucks. Hate fighting this Pokemon. Next Pokemon Day? The presents in February for Pokemon Day definitely is Gen 10. Remember, big anniversary for Pokemon next year. $80 games are already looking like a flop. I mean, it's just too much money. It's not sustainable. Nintendo. I mean, I kind of don't want to buy a Switch 2 because Nintendo kind of sucks. Who the hell do they think they are? 80 bucks. Just because it's an open world Mario Kart game. Ugh. But if you buy it with the bundle, then it's actually a little bit cheaper. Yeah, $80 for a empty open world game. Love that. Where the devs force you to play multiplayer the way they intend you to. Gross. I hated the whole reveal of the Switch 2 as well. That initial Nintendo Direct where they revealed the Switch 2 was a mess. It was just an absolute mess. And then the tour game that they decided to charge $10 for. It's like, wow, they sure did get arrogant after not too long after the Wii U incident, huh? They turned up their arrogance meter by like 500,000 all of a sudden. Nintendo comes in swanging with $80 games. Like, the fact that they came in and did that before our usual suspects like EA or Ubisoft. Damn. Yeah, think about the shareholders. Please. Please think about the shareholders. They won't be able to afford their extra big special yacht this year. Yeah, that Mario Kart Direct was such a flop. Because there was never a way they were gonna justify the price tag, but even then, it's like, what was that? What was that? I don't know who is cutting the trailers and doing the marketing for both Game Freak and Nintendo lately, but I don't think they're doing a great job. Well, I tried to get a Pokemon that wouldn't be weak to fighting, and I was dealt a Pokemon that is weak to fighting. Okay. Well, I tried. Yeah, and the thing about the $80 price tag is in other currencies like CAD or Australia, that's over 100 bucks. Like, when I was in Canada, the Switch 2 was on every shelf in every store that I went to that sold Switch 2s. Because it's over $600 in CAD. Mario Kart World only has 505 viewers right now. They turned it into a Discord kart racer after that update with the online. The volume keeps changing. That's so amateur. You guys are a $1 billion company showing us amateur hour right now. Video making is my passion. Oh, you got Eviolite? Nice. I had a nickel for every time we had an actual Pokemon that could use Eviolite and we were dealt Eviolite. I wouldn't have that many nickels. Garfield Kart 2. The boys had their fun. Now it's time for a real racing game. Sonic Crossworlds could have really had a slam dunk, but they're charging way too much for the game, and it has a very expensive pass. So, like usual, Sega fucked it. Sega's endless greed. They could have had a nice slam dunk on Mario Kart World. I mean, minus the fact that the game just doesn't look good, half the characters are mute, etc. Yeah, Sega does seem to do that a lot, don't they? Sigh. Yeah, the yen is still so low. I mean, that's kind of what they're banking on with World. Do you think playing as Cow is funny? Give us $80. What if you could play as Crab? Isn't that funny? And boy howdy did those jokes get lame real quick. Oh, you could play as Cow. They tried to charm you with jokes instead of having actual content in their game. Is she meta Midnight? I don't even know what the meta is anymore. I do like Toadette's ice cream outfit. I'll say that. She's cute in her little ice cream outfit. I mean, I actually like a lot of the outfits. It's just a shame that cosmetic stuff seemed to take the center stage and not, you know, actual gameplay. Content, you know. I mean, people keep thinking they're gonna have extra Donkey Kong and Pauline outfits because they got like one. So maybe in the Nintendo Direct they'll have a, I would assume, free update. Wouldn't it be funny if they charged for it though? Here's our $80 game. Also pay 10 ducks, 10 ducklets. And a Farfetch'd with great agility. And you gotta pay for it. We're gonna make you pay. Alright, Thievul, you're actually in business here. I can never remember if you have more special attack or physical attack. You have more special attack. Okay. A fox thief has more special attack. Okay, Game Freak. If you say so. Swiper use Thunderbolt. Yeah, Justin, there is just like a miss there, isn't there? And then the way, you know, the forced update so players have to see intermissions. Like, that's not Mario Kart. Yeah, the Game Pass model. And look how well that's worked out for Xbox. Yeah, look at him on top. Hitmon top. Groovin'. I was watching somebody play Mario Kart World a little while ago, and the problem that he was having was he was on a side of the map that he just did not like. And there was no way to get away from that side of the map. So he was just stuck driving on courses on a side of the map that he did not like very much. And it's like, this is crazy. Why would they do this? In competitive? He was playing competitive. And he could not get away from that map corner he did not like. I don't know why Nintendo is so infatuated with open world games. Yeah, mid-race. No, this was in competitive mode. Oh, it does so much damage. No, our Dynamax turns are over already. Hope we get another route-based Pokemon game. I hope we get areas that are named instead of Area 1. What's up, Cacturn? Area 2. Well... I got another shiny Persian. Well, frick on a stick, chat. We can't end on a Solgaleo L like that. One more. For all the shiny marbles. I feel like there's you could make that Syndrome quote about open world. If everyone has an open world game. Like, if you have a genuine idea for a good and interesting open world game, that's one thing. But doing it just to trend chase and make money, ugh, sucks. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of, especially modern, open world games feel like. Like Mario Kart World. Mario Kart 8 sold a bajillion copies, so now let's make it open world and we can charge big dollars. Honestly, I think the way PLA did it was fine. Just having like big sections, big chunks of map, instead of just one poorly performing open world. Like, that was great. Like, I still wanted more content in those big chunks of map that I didn't really get, but still. They felt like a good size. Like, I know not everybody loves Breath of the Wild, but I feel like Breath of the Wild was a really fun and interesting open world game. I felt like they did a lot to make exploration exciting. Like, Breath of the Wild has influenced open world games itself. So many modern open world games, you can tell they took a lot from Breath of the Wild. Okay, the steel types just don't stop. Wasn't a Souls like, ugh. Souls games and the people that play them piss me off. I'm so over them. Elden Ring! Uh-huh. I'll never forget when I was shiny hunting Darkrai in BDSP. And somebody came in and was like, "You're playing BDSP when Elden Ring DLC just came out?" First of all, I'm shiny hunting Darkrai. This is not an endorsement of BDSP. Second of all, shut up. Souls bros are so annoying. Elden Ring. Dark Souls. Bloodborne. When is our Bloodborne port? Where's Bloodborne 2? Ugh. Shut up. Fucking hate these people. You're getting some authentic late night silver right now. It's cathartic to hear me say that. It's cathartic to say. Look, if you like those games, more power to you. I'm not here to really yuck anyone's yum, but I'm just saying I've noticed a pattern with some of these fan bases. I also don't enjoy games that the purpose is to frustrate you and be super uber difficult. I think that is completely obnoxious. And that has infiltrated, like, the fact that we have Nuzlockes and Ironmons. People just obsessed with making games unfun beyond belief. I just can't stand that. What if the game was really difficult? I don't like video games unless they make me cry. New Elden Ring DLC and you're playing this? Hardcore gaming lobotomites. True. Yeah, it is kind of like the new farming sim games. Is it a Souls-like? Is it a Souls dupe? Does it play like Bloodborne? I can't play this Pokemon game unless it is unbelievably difficult and all I do is grind 99% of the time. Like, that's just not fun to me. Oh. Yeah, you're not a real gamer unless you've beat Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring on Super Omega Hard Ironmon Nuzlocke mode. While randomized. I've had a shell bell this entire night. You get a dunce cap. You play on easy mode, you get served a dunce cap. Yeah, not everything needs to give you carpal tunnel. Exactly. Like, people that have genuine problems with people choosing easy, I just don't get that. Who gives a shit? If you want to play on super omega hard difficulty, go for it. I don't know, I like to play games to relax and have fun, not raise my blood pressure to dangerous levels. I don't need that. And some people out there act like if that's not what you enjoy, then you're like not, you know. You play The Sims? You play Stardew Valley? Well, you are simply not legitimate. Oh, nothing was funnier than when reviews were coming out about Blueberry that said that it was like the hardest game they'd ever played. It's like, okay, come on, guys. Alright. I mean, that's the same thing, Galaxy. The elitist full odds shiny hunters that dump on people for having the charm, playing games with the shiny charm. It's the same thing. It's elitism. I hate it. I hate that shit. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. It's not serious. Grow up. I don't know, like, it's not serious, you know? Let people play however the hell they want. Nobody's lesser or greater for playing games on higher or lower difficulties. Also, I can't remember if ads are about to play or not, but if they do, they're the last ads of the night. Yeah, and that's not even thinking about, like, what about people with disabilities or people with accessibility issues that need, you know, certain modes turned on? Like, you're just being an asshole. It doesn't matter how other people play. It's none of your concern. It doesn't affect you at all. If somebody wants to play on Goo Goo Gaga baby mode, who cares? Maybe Goo Goo mode more fun. I have noticed, oh yeah, some Soul fans will shit their diapers if you bring up Souls games getting easy mode. Yeah, Nintendo games have definitely not been very accessible. Especially things like all the motion control games. Skyward Sword for the Wii. I mean, Tyler and I were getting exhausted playing Skyward Sword, and we're both able-bodied. Imagine if you actually do have carpal tunnel or don't have full movement in your arms. I don't know how you would play Skyward Sword. The original Wii version, anyway. Like, that is insane. Like, there was stuff I was like, how did they expect children to do this? We have 2 ground types. Are we sure we want to fight Golduck? Okay. One thing I've noticed that's made it into a lot of games now in terms of, I guess, would it be an accessibility thing? I don't know how you would classify it. I guess it's a phobia. So many games have an arachnophobia setting now. Which is kind of interesting. Like, I don't particularly love spiders, but I've never been, like, deathly afraid of fictional ones, but I guess if that's the life you live, well... Yeah, so many games you can turn spiders off now. I've just noticed that a lot. I have noticed that all over the place lately. That's just an observation. I'm not, like, saying it's negative or positive. It's just... I'm just pointing out an observation. Like, even GDQ had, like, an arachnophobia warning. This is kind of funny. I mean, to be fair, I would have turned the Skulltulas off in Skyward Sword, considering they were so annoying. I would have done it out of pure hatred, not fear. Got a shiny Rockruff, nice. Yeah, spiders are such a common video game enemy. But then again, a lot of spiders in video games are like Joltik, you know? They're either cute or super duper not realistic, but I don't know. That doesn't really affect me, so I guess I won't speak on it. Just an observation. Yeah, spiders, rats, wolves, snakes, a lot of very common bats, crabs, bears, yeah, bears. Bears. Warning, this game contains crabs. You'll see rats, the infamous NYC rats. The infamous Dynamax Adventure Celesteela. We've seen this Pokemon like 3 or 4 times tonight. I'm sick of this guy. Scorpions are pretty freaky. I hate the way their eyes are positioned on the top of their heads. Oof. I'm sick of this, Grandpa. Oh, I just hate fighting Celesteela. It's such a fun sucker. It's all fun in games until Celesteela ruins everything. Yeah, scorpions are scarier than spiders. When I was a kid, where I lived there, thankfully where I live now, there's no Scorpos. But when I was a kid, I remember I took a shoe and I picked it up and out came a scorpion. Like, that's just evil. Scorpions will just hide in shoes. That's diabolical, actually. I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty of spiders to crawl into shoes, but that incident always sticks out in my mind when I think about scorpions. It didn't hurt me. I lived in the Carolinas. They had Scorpos even they're even in the Carolinas. Already beast boosting. I'm disgusted. Over a decade after it died. That's interesting. They do exist that far north. They're not just all in, like, deserts. Oh, you got DC'd. Okay, we're halfway. Like I said, chat, we'll be doing more Dynamax adventures next week. I haven't had much thought. I'm still unpacking. Unpacking sucks so bad. But I'd like to do another retro achievements playthrough. I think that'd be nice and chill. I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out. Leech, why? Why did they give you Leech Seed? That's unbelievably, speaking of evil, speaking of diabolical. Yeah, I won't catch another Metatite. I've kind of been itching to play another ROM hack, too. There's been a lot of good ROM hacks out lately. We might check one or two out. Hey, ya. No, not time for X and Y yet. I also don't think they have 3DS games in their base yet, their database. Oh, Leech Seed is just so evil. I wish we had Smackdown right now. Yeah, retro achievements, you know, hence the retro. Mostly, I'm not even sure they had Gen 4 or 5. Well, chat, I hate to end on a double loss, but Celesteela is just such a godforsaken monstrosity to fight. Damn. I think Celesteela has made Dynamax Adventures less fun because it just keeps showing up. Who did we not see tonight? It doesn't help that the variety has been so one-sided. We didn't see Articuno, we didn't see Latios, we didn't see Kyogre, we didn't see Tapu Koko, we didn't see Nihilego, and we didn't see Guzzlord. Like, if this was all Nihilego, we would have had a great time. There would have been fun and games, and everyone would have been happy. But no, it was all Celesteela. It was all Celesteela. I did get a shiny tonight, but it was a dupe. Ugh. We're back on the dupe train. No! Dupes, dupes, dupes! Dynamax has not been friendly. Maybe it's time for another solo. Maybe I need to do, like... Who do I have saved? We could do Zygarde for leading up to ZA. As if that's much better. Maybe it's time for some, like, Solgaleo Lugia solo action. I don't know. Celesteela is stinking up the place. Not fun. Not fun. Let's save. Oh, I love this menu so much more than I like the menu in SV. Also, somebody named Cactus got a Hippowdon, or is fighting Hippowdon, so... Exciting stuff happening in Sword and Shield still. Try to get Celesteela out of the way? That is a thought. Celesteela Wednesday. I don't know, chat. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's time for another solo Dynamax run. Anyway, if you're new here, check out the Discord. You can share your own shinies. I post merch news in there. We have a TCG section. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. And thanks for raiding with me. Everybody did, you know, fine job. Minus Celesteela. And that was Celesteela's fault, not ours. We're innocent. Yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday for more Pokemon fun. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the subs. Bye!